Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Georgia. I'm 16 years old and this is my YouTube channel. My hair is actually down for the first time. I never wear my hair down, ever. But I thought today I'd do something new, considering that my hair has grown out a little bit. I'm just going to be doing my normal makeup routine, especially since it's summer. I don't like to wear that much makeup, but I do like to have a little bit of coverage on my face, considering that sweat makes me break out quite a bit. I don't have anything completely noticeable right now, which is always a good sign. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So I'm just gonna go take up the makeup I have now, and yeah, I'll be back. Okay, now that I have, I think, most of it all, pretty clean slate. I might have like a little bit of mascara residue, but nothing too crazy. Before I do my makeup, I like to put on some Aquaphor. This lid is broken, so it just kind of sits like this. But yeah, I like to put Aquaphor on my lips and my eyelashes as a prep, I guess, before I go on to doing mascara, which I do later on. And sometimes I like to put it in my arm. Okay, now first things first is primer. I forget to do primer a lot of the times, but it's nothing like too crazy, especially since I'm not doing a full face of makeup, which if I am, I'll most definitely use primer. I will never not use primer with that, especially if it's for like show makeup or something fancy like a Sweet 16 or an award ceremony, because I've been to a award ceremony for theater. Did full face of makeup for that. But yeah, this is the primer I use. It's the e.l.f. liquid poreless putty primer. I recently got this, I didn't get it too long ago, but it's definitely one of the primers I do like to wear. I have the Power Grip primer, but I use the Power Grip primer when I'm doing like full faces of makeup because it just grips it on better. But for the sake of this just being a video, I'm gonna use the other one. I like to put it all on my face, and it might not be getting rid of my pores, but that's fine. That's okay. Okay, concealer. I know that there are some people that like to do blush and then bronzer and then technically underpaint. I'm not an underpainting type of person. I like to put it over the concealer. That's just my preference. Everybody has their own preference. It's just mine. This is the concealer I'm using. It is the Too Faced Ethereal Light Born This Way concealer. But yeah, sorry, I just like fully ran out of the storage. I had to take like 10 minutes to clear everything out. But yeah, so as you can see, I use this one a lot. This is my summer concealer. And what I do is I'll just take it. I also love the applicator, and it goes on so smoothly, but I'll just take it, put it in my inner corner, and then put it on the outside of my eye, like that. Then I'll do the same to the other side. And then I'll put it on like spots I need correcting, but I don't really need anything being corrected right now. And I take my beauty blender. Sorry, it's like kind of disgusting. It has blush on one end, concealer on the other. But I take a setting spray. This isn't my everyday setting spray. My phone's actually balancing on the setting spray I use, so this is the one I'm gonna use at the end of it anyways. I just wet it, squeeze it a little, and then I just start blending it in. I don't know if you can tell why I love this concealer, but it just adds a brightening effect while looking natural. Yeah. So after that, I'll go directly into blush. This is the blush that I use. I got it in an Ipsy package, but it's the Born Ruby Oh So Natural Blush Drops. It's in shade Peach Charmeuse. I don't actually know how that's pronounced. But I'll just put it on here, kind of like contour, and then I'll take my blending brush and I'll just start working it into my cheeks. And it's gonna look a little bit crazy at first. That's just because I have like really sensitive skin, so if I were to like just put slight pressure on my like chest area and swipe across it, it would leave a mark. So that's just the brush making an imprint on my skin. And I'll do it again to the other side and just start working that into my skin, and then whatever's left over on the brush will go on my nose. So yeah, after blush, I like to go in with a little bit of bronzer. I don't know about you, I love putting bronzer on. Sorry, there's so much like light happening over here. I love putting bronzer on. It's my favorite part of my makeup routine, especially because I like the bronzed finish it gives around me, like I was at the beach or something. I use the Too Faced chocolate. Yeah, this is just like the normal chocolate one. There's a dark chocolate. There's different shades. I don't really know. I got it a couple years ago, but I just like to put on my cheekbones. And I know it looks insane right now, but you have to trust the process because I do this every day. And it ends up looking fine. This side I think has more hair on it, so the bronzer doesn't like to stick that well, but what do I know. Then I'll get my forehead and just blend that down my forehead especially, and then I'll go in to my jawline. And then next, I like to go in with setting powder before I go in with blending everything out. That's just a personal preference. Again, everybody has their own opinions. This is just what I like to do. This is what I find works best for me. This is the Morphe setting spray, setting powder. Wow. I got this in an Ipsy package, so I did not willingly pay for this. Because I know there's like lawsuits with Morphe or something. I don't actually know. I'm not into like this whole cancel culture thing. Like, I don't care. I just like to put it under my eyes because that's the only spot where I need to put stuff. I like to put a little bit like in this like crevice of my chin, because that's a bit of a problem area. But I'll just go in and show you. It's a translucent mini bake and set setting powder. There's no shade on this, not that I'm noticing, but yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit and I'll come back when that's done. Now that that's sat for a little bit, I go in with this blending brush that I got probably from Walmart. It works though, it's a brush, it'll work. And I just go in and wipe off any of the powder that has any excess on it, and then I go in and blend my bronzer. And especially my forehead, because there's a lot of stuff on my forehead. Okay, so I'm looking back at the footage because I'm currently editing. Those scratch marks on my arm are from my vanity. they're gone now. Don't be weird. Okay, thanks. And it just creates this beautiful base. Now I go in with setting spray, which is kind of crazy, but trust me. But yeah. I let that dry for like a good minute, and then I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand highlighter, and I like to do that after setting spray because it sticks to my skin better. But it's just, this is such a beautiful highlighter. I love it so much. It looks stunning. And then after that, I go in straight for my brows. I keep running out of storage, so I'm gonna do this quickly before my phone runs out again. I did my eyebrows off camera. I'm just gonna go in and do my mascara. This is a Tweezerman eyelash curler. I'm gonna go do the other side. Now I go in with the Rare Beauty mascara, and I just coat it all over my lashes. For my lips, I use the Maybelline Color Sensational lip liner in shade Divine Wine, which is this deep red color, and then I use the Victoria's Secret Frozen Pear flavored lip gloss. So yeah, this is the final look. Bye!